What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, March 31st. We have a big day on tap, 14 games. But before we start, let me just go over yesterday, a quick recap of yesterday's games. And our spread / money line picks, we went 9-4. On our over-under, we went 9-3. We didn't play the Cincinnati game on the over-under yesterday. On our parlay, where we put our money line / spread with our over-under, we went 6-7 in those parlays. So overall, we made a profit. I saw a lot of people in the comments asking me how I place bets. So for example, the spread / money line picks. It is a full unit, meaning a $10 pick. We went 9-4. So in total, those 9 wins made us $110 profit on top of the $90 we spent. So $200, the profit is $110. Subtract the 4 losses we took, which were also $10 bets. You subtract 40, you are at $70 profit. So everybody asking me, how do I make profit if I'm just saying stuff? No, I'm literally explaining to you. It is a $10 bet. We went 9-4 on the spread / money lines. It makes us a profit of $90. I subtract my losses, $40, and then we get to around, you understand what I'm saying? Then we move on. Our over-under. We went 9-3 on the over-under. Another place where we made a $60 profit. Then for my parlay, where I put the over-under and the spread / money line pick together, we went 6-7. There, my bets are only $5 each. So even though I lost 7 and won 6, we're one below 500, we actually still make a $15 profit on that. Not big, nothing crazy, just a small profit. But in total, you add your 50, we're over $100. So I know a lot of people is saying on the last one, I'm just talking shit, I guess. But guys, I mean, it's right there. When we do the player props, I play player props in parlays. I love playing parlays. So if you see me throw a player prop out there, I will never spend more than $1 than in my player prop parlays. So 2 days ago with the Yankee game, I played a 50-cent player parlay where we had the 2 pitchers going under, and Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, and Judge, all 2 total bases. That game on a 50-cent bet won us $110. So I saw a lot of people. I just wanted to get that down. But let's jump into these games. 14 games. I'm not wasting time. I always tell you guys, I did my research ahead of time. I'm not going to sit here and re-explain all my research to you. We're just going to run through the picks. I've wasted enough time already. Let's get to it. And we're starting today off with the 0-3 Twins going up against the 1-2 Chicago White Sox. We will be playing the Minnesota Twins money line here. For the over-under, we're taking under 8.5 points. For players to have 2 total bases, we're going Carlos Correa and Byron Buxton of the Twins and Luis Robert Jr. of the White Sox. For our pitching props, we're going to take Chris Paddock over 4.5 Ks and Martin Perez under 3.5 Ks. After that, we have the Kansas City Royals, who are 1-2, going up against the Milwaukee Brewers, who are 0-3. We are going to be taking the Kansas City Royals to cover the spread of 1.5 points. They're the favorite here. For the over-under, we'll be taking over 8.5 points. For our 2 total base hit player props, we'll be taking Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, and Jackson Chourio. The pitcher props will only be taking Kansas City's Chris Bubic under 5.5 strikeouts. Moving along, we have the 1-3 Boston Red Sox playing the 2-2 Baltimore Orioles. We will be playing the Boston Red Sox money line here. We'll be playing under 9.5 total points. For the 2 total bases, We'll be playing Alex Bregman from the Red Sox, as well as Rafael Devers. And for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. Our pitching props will be playing Sean Newcomb over 3.5 strikeouts. And Cade Povich will be playing under his 4.5 strikeouts. After that, we have the Colorado Rockies, who are 1-2, going up against the 2-1 Philadelphia Phillies, who have their home opener. We'll be playing the Phillies to cover the spread 1.5 points here. For our total points, we'll be going over 8.5. For our two total bases, we have 3 Phillies here. We'll be playing Alec Baum, Bryce Harper, and JT Realmuto. For Colorado, we'll be playing Brenton Doyle to have 2 total bases. Moving along to the pitcher props. Marquez of the Rockies will be playing under his 4.5 Ks. And Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies will be taking over his 6.5 Ks. Chugging along, we have next the 3-1 Texas Rangers versus the 1-2 Cincinnati Reds. We'll be playing the Cincinnati Reds money line here, everyone, with under 9 total points. For 2 total bases, we'll be playing Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds, as well as Galvin Lux. For the Rangers, 2 total bases, we'll be taking only Corey Seager. Now for our pitching props, we'll be playing both pitchers over their 4.5 line. That's Rocker and Singer for both starting pitchers over 4.5 strikeouts. After that, we have the 1-2 Mets going up against the first place Miami Marlins, who are 3-1. We'll be taking the Mets to cover the 1.5 point spread here. For the total points, we'll be playing under 8.5 total points. For our 2 total bases, we'll be playing 3 Mets. Lindor, Pete Alonso, as well as Juan Soto. Pitching props, we'll be taking the over for both pitchers. David Peterson will be taking over 4.5 strikeouts. And Cal Quantrill will be taking over 3.5 strikeouts. Then we head into our late afternoon games. Going towards the evening, we have the 1-3 Pittsburgh Pirates versus the 2-1 Tampa Bay Rays. We'll be playing the Rays to cover the spread here, as well as an under 8.5 total points. Our 2 total bases, we'll be playing 2 Rays here. We'll be playing Junior Caminero as well as Danny Jansen. For our pitching props, we'll be playing Drew, I can't pronounce his last name, Rosamoon, under 4.5. And then Cameron, the starting pitcher of the Tampa Bay Rays, will take his over 3.5 strikeouts. After that, we have the 1-2 Washington Nationals going up to Toronto to play the Blue Jays, who are 2-2 to start the season. We'll be taking the Washington Nationals underdog covering the spread here, 1.5 points. We'll be taking over 8.5 total points. For our player props, 2 total bases, we'll be playing Vladimir Guerrero of the Blue Jays for 2 total bases. And then 2 Nationals here, James Woods and CJ Abrams for 2 total bases. We'll be taking only 1 pitcher prop here. Michael Soroka of the Nationals will be taking over 3.5 strikeouts. After that, we have the Angels, the Los Angeles Angels, who are 2-1, going to St. Louis to play the 3-0 Cardinals. Here we'll be playing the Angels money line, as well as the under 8.5 total points. For our 2 total bases, we'll be taking Jorge Soler as well as Taylor Ward of the Angels and Wilson Contreras of the Cardinals. For our pitching props, we'll be taking Tyler Anderson under his 3.5 strikeouts, and Miles will be of St. Louis will be taking over his 4.5 strikeouts. Like I said, a big day today, 14 games. Our last final 5 games here starts off with the San Francisco Giants, who are 2-1, going to Houston to play the 2-1 Astros. We'll be taking the Astros to cover the spread here, under the 8.5 total points. 2 total bases players will be playing here. 2 players for 2 total bases. Yordan Alvarez as well as Christian Walker. Blanco of San Francisco and Hicks of Houston will be taking both over their lines. Blanco over 5.5 strikeouts and Hicks over 3.5 strikeouts. Then the 2-1 Cleveland Guardians playing the undefeated 4-0 San Diego Padres. We'll be playing the Padres money line here. Over 8 total points. For 2 total bases, we have Manny Machado of the Padres and Francisco Tatis of the Padres. For the Guardians, we have Jose Ramirez. For our pitching props, we'll be taking Luis Ortiz under his 3.5 and Kyle Hart over his 3.5. Continuing along, we have the 0-3 Detroit Tigers going up against the 2-2 Seattle Mariners. Here we'll be playing Seattle to cover the spread, 1.5 points, under 7.5 total. For player props, 2 total bases for hitters. Luke Riley will be playing 2 total bases from the Mariners, as well as Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners for 2 total bases. Jackson Jobe for our pitcher props. Jackson Jobe under 4.5. And Emerson Hancock of Seattle will be taking over his 4.5. Then we have the 2-4 Chicago Cubs going up against the 2-2 Athletics. We'll be playing the Athletics money line here. We're going to take the under 8.5 total. For our hitter props, we'll be playing Kyle Tucker to have 2 total bases. And then Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler of the Athletics to have 2 total bases. We'll also be playing our pitcher props here. Ben Brown under 5.5 Ks. And Joey Estes will be playing over 3.5 Ks. Then we move on to the final game of the day. Somebody's got to go. The 0-4 Atlanta Braves going up against the 5-0 Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to take the Dodgers money line here. We're going to go over 8 total runs. For our hitter props, we have a big one here we'll be playing. We're going to take Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts from the Dodgers. And then we'll be playing Matt Olson and Austin Riley from the Braves. For our pitching props, we'll be playing the under for both starting pitchers here. Grant Holmes of the Braves under and Tyler Glasnow of the Dodgers under. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for watching the video. Please, if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe,